I'm Ettie Berneking. I am one of the board members for the Springfield Compost Collective, and our mission is to keep food waste out of our local landfill. So every day, 1,200 tons of waste goes into Springfield's landfill. About 12% of that is actually food scraps. So our mission is to work with both residents in Springfield and businesses to reduce the amount of food waste that ends up in our landfill. Keeping food waste out of our landfill is obviously like the core of our mission, but on top of that, educating people about food waste management is a really big deal. We can make an immediate impact on like how we leave our planet by determining where our food scraps go. Whether you're composting at home or you're giving it to us, you know, the goal is to close that food circle, or that food circuit as we call it. So the thought is the food leftovers that you have can go back into the soil that then gets used to grow more crops and to create healthier soil. The grant from OHRD was really like the reason that we're still here today. The grant funded the purchase of our truck. Before this, we just had a small pickup truck and a pull-behind trailer. So the grant with this truck allowed us to more than triple the amount of food waste that we were able to pick up, which really hits our mission. But beyond that, the grant helped us plug into some of the community players, and that was really a game changer for us and a benefit that we hadn't thought of. To anyone who's looking at applying for a grant, I would say don't hesitate, do it. It is always worth it. Springfield is full of people who are ready to support nonprofits like us of any size, and it's really encouraging to see that. It's also a great way to plug into the community that is ready to support you and learn how you can help others at the same time. Last year, we collected and diverted more than 41,000 tons of food from our local landfill, which to us is really amazing, and we've already increased that this year. Just to give you guys an idea, like our residential pickup, which is about 91 customers, so 91 residents in the area, we've almost doubled the weight that we're picking up every single week. So to me, that says that the Springfield residents are starting to pay attention and plug into our service, which means they care about where their food waste is going, which is really encouraging. We also meet a lot of residents who see us driving around and will tell us, oh, hey, we compost at home, but we have a bunch of questions. And that is part of our mission, is to educate people on how to compost at home. So if they want to do that and supply their own garden, that's why we're here. Education is a big part of it. And I like to think that one of the things that we're doing besides just picking up food scraps is really building awareness about food diversion and composting in general and the benefits of it. So when I joined as a board member for the Springfield Compost Collective, I was already composting in my backyard, but I didn't really understand the significance of diverting food from our landfill. But I learned a lot since then. So one of the reasons why food in a landfill is a problem is because it produces a whole lot more methane. And that's specifically because it can't break down like it does when you're composting it. When you're composting food scraps, that system allows your food to break down in between 2 to 6 weeks. In a landfill, it can take decades for your organic food to break down, just because there aren't the right amounts of nitrogen and oxygen and water that are in there. So the food just doesn't break down, it just sits. One of my hopes, just as a single board member, and I don't know if my other board members would all agree, but I would love to double the amount of commercial businesses that we have, mostly because that's where we see the biggest impact with the amount of food scraps that we can divert in a single week. Like one business can divert, we just picked up almost 500 pounds from Cherry Picker 1 week. So that's one customer, that's one business. If we had 30 businesses that were doing it, think about the food waste that would not end up in our landfill because of that.